You are tuned to Cafe Cabaret, sponsored by the Middle East Cafe. Tonight for our 150th show, we're presenting a special show at the Causeway with The Wrong Hero, No Chaos, Hank, The Pies, and Mickey Clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at a rare small club appearance, The Wrong Hero. All right. I'm the wrong hero. Alcoholic, drug addict, easy guy to shop for around Christmas time. And I'm not here to hypnotize you into becoming my earth slaves. I am not here to hypnotize you into becoming my earth slaves. I am not an alien sent from a far-off galaxy to indoctrinate you into worshiping me. And I am not trying to hypnotize you into becoming my earth slaves. Now you may be wondering to yourselves, and I hope you don't think it's unfair that I characterize you as speaking in a reedy, tiny voice. Wrong hero, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be doing a comedy club somewhere? I hate comedy clubs. And you want me to tell you why? Because they're full of nervous little comedians leaving cappuccino farts in the alcove and 20-year-old yuppie puppies pissing away Junior's college money with a drink in each fat, sweaty hand. As opposed to the skinny, nearly anorectic hands of rock club patrons. Which is why I hate comedy clubs. And why am I here in Boston, you might ask? Then again, you might not care. Well, I'll tell you, it's because in the Midwest, everybody talks like Huckleberry Hounds. Oh, my darling, say, what are you doing around here anyway? Well, you want to get some air for your tire? Well, that's going to cost you 25 cents per ding. Stranger, and down south, when they're mad at you, they all talk like they're taking a shit. Ever notice this? What are you doing around here anyway? I want to open up a place right across the Great Divide from Disney World. I want to call it the Manic Kingdom. And the idea would be all the cute, charming, adorable Disney characters would be on drugs. Thanks for the steroids, Uncle Walt! And, you know, what's with the duck over there? Oh, he's had too many Quaaludes. Don't pay him any mind. Or, thanks for the hash there. You know the faces of the tourists who come here to this place, twisted with greed, never fail to fill me with a great sense of amusement. PR, guys, PR. So, that's why I'm here in Boston. And I'd like to say something about comedy in all seriousness. Comedy is not just a job. It's... Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? It's a fucking job, for Christ's sake. What can I say? Well, now it's time to get to the good material, okay? I'm the wrong hero. And my motto is, if you can't say something nice, you can write my material for me. And my other motto is, stupefaction guaranteed, or your money back. If I can remember where I put it. Now, other questions you might feel inspired to ask me if you cared would be, say, wrong hero, why do you wear that dress? Well, I'll tell you why. I glued my balls together. Because I figure, if you can't lick them, join them. You know, ever try that? Wouldn't need a girlfriend if I could do that, you know? Just bend on over. This episode of The Wrong Hero is brought to you by the penis. Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. But men like it too. Anybody here own a dog?
Yeah, an incontinent Dalmatian.
An incontinent Dalmatian, huh? Well, how can you tell what parts the spots and what parts the crap the dog leaves around? I don't know. Well, anyway, people say that their dog is their best friend. And hey, my dog's my best friend.
I question the existence of dog.
You question the existence of dog. You must be dyslexic. Maybe you just stumbled off the set of Twin Peaks, huh? Well, my dog is my best friend. Sure. All of my best friends roll around in their own filth. All of my best friends eat shit. All of my best friends piss in the corner. All of my best friends vomit kibbles and bits onto the linoleum. All of my best friends fuck in the streets. And most of all of my best friends beg for treats with their genitalia exposed. I invented a religion for dogs. It's called heel. The Old Testament is one word. Sit. And the New Testament is two words. Good boy. And now I'd like to bring you this word for Jesus Christ. Soup. Any kind of chicken noodle, chicken gumbo, broccoli, cream of broccoli, broccoli, chicken. Well, step up to Jesus Christ soup. It's the only soup that gives you spiritual advice while you're eating it. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Remember, only with Jesus Christ soup. I can see that I'm beginning to bore you. Very well then. I shall have to become a hyperactive preacher. Ready? I want you to invite Jesus into your life. I want you to invite Jesus into your life. I want you to invite Jesus into your life. I invited Jesus into my home. He was a pest. Hate to say it, big guy, especially at Christmas time. Left his face on all the towels. Walked up the shower nozzle. Changed the bath water into Manischewitz. Gave away my coin collection. Came in naked and bleeding. And said he lost his robe in a dice game. I used to use drugs. 18 weeks, 3 days, 3.5 hours, 10 minutes, 45 seconds. But I'm not keeping track. Yeah, I used to use drugs, but now I got a prescription, and it's medicine. And it gets me to wondering, remember Johnny Most? He didn't use drugs, well, unless you count a carton of Luckies and a fifth of whiskey every morning. But suppose he had used drugs. I think it would go something like this. This is terrible! Here comes Nero! He fiddles and diddles down the court! Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat, fiddles and diddles! Oh, this is terrible! Humpty Dumpty's up there on the wall! He had a great fall! Humpty Dumpty had a great wall! Here comes Alajek! Alajek steals the fall! Oh, this is terrible! Here comes Nero! Seizures having seizures! Oh, this is terrible! Fortunately, Johnny Most, God rest his soul, never did use drugs. So is anybody having a big Christmas feast this year? No? What is this? This is like the flatliners in the hospital, you know, beep, beep, beep. It's cool though, you know, I understand. I get it. I'm with the program, you know. Well, I'm having a banquet.
A banquet frozen fucking turkey TV dinner! That's what I'm having for Christmas! I'm gonna stick it in the oven at 3,000 degrees to get rid of all the rats and roaches, and I'm gonna pop it out of there and eat the whole damn thing!
Aluminum foil and all, because I don't care. I'm alienated from the holidays. That's why I'm here. Hey, what better thing to do on the 21st of December, eh? Well, so I'm going to market my own line of Christmas candies. Hey, what's this? Yeah! It's Santa Claus Death Candy! Santa Claus Death Candy! Buy it or the fat man dies! I got a gun and I know how to use it! I'm not kidding, man! Buy it or the fat man gets it, you understand? Thank you. What is this, Star Search? Hey, it's the Pipettes doing their hit, Gotta Get Back to Crack on a New York Island, baby. Well, yes, around my neighborhood I celebrate anti-Christmas. That's where we break into your cellar, dressed in black, steal all your toys, take them down to our junkyard in hell where my twisted circus midgets and freaks dance around the fire naked, laughing, laughing, ha ha, there goes Johnny's toys, they're burning, they're burning. Forgive me, I got carried away. Well, to continue in this festive Christmas motif, I like to recite the carol. Well, it's not a carol, it's a poem. It's called The Shining, or A Visit from St. Nicholson. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the motel, Jack Nicholson was trying to write a novel, and he was mad as hell. His family knew he'd gone off his rocker when he tried to chop through the door with an axe, yelling, "Here's Johnny!" Well, he froze to death, chasing them all through a hedge. Merry Christmas to all. Stephen King's lost his edge. I'm losing mine right about now. So, I guess it's time to regale you with the Wrong Hero's Christmas carols. You'll get hits like these. Jesus the snowman, he'll be back again someday. Or, oh Christmas tree, this song's repetitive and boring. Or, kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. What does kumbaya mean, my Lord? Lord only knows. Or, the Wrong Hero's hit, written especially for the occasion, called This Man Called Santa Claus Must Die. Santa is a loafer, a big fat sweaty gopher. Santa is a liar, set his beard on fire. Santa is a phony, ho 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 baloney. Santa has to die for he is stupid. Santa is a double XY mutant, bringing all his gifts of toys to all except the poorest girls and boys. So if you see a twinkle in my eye, that means this man called Santa Claus must die. But I like music. I do. I'm too cheap to give Christmas presents. No, I don't like it that much, Eric. Thank you. Besides, that's that Bim Sculla Bim knockoff. I can tell just after 3 seconds, steady earnest. I spent a weekend listening to that, trying to think of something nice to say. Finally gave up, you know. I mean, it's Bim Sculla Bim, Mark II, you know. I mean, what can you say about steady earnest, you know? Bunch of guys from a bunch of ska bands decide to get together and, you know, knock off some instant ska tunes. Bam, 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 bam. But that one song, Utter East, is really good. But I like music, and I'm too cheap to buy presents, so I just make dubs for all my friends for my extensive collection of warped, cracked, and skipping albums, which I'll be auctioning off momentarily. So please maintain your interest in the interval. Yeah, I was taping some Otis Redding and Smokey Robinson, and I started wondering what would happen if Otis Redding sang Tracks of My Tears, and I need a glass of water. I'll take a good
good. Look at my face. See, got there's a smile. Looks out of place. Oh, my smile looks out of place now. Y'all. You know it's called sir, it's easy to trace. Oh, I gotta go now. I don't want to go, but I gotta go. The tracks of my tears. That
might be the way it sounded. I don't know. And the blues. I was listening to my extensive collection of blues records as well. And I was thinking, boy, you know, the blues have a lot of things to say to people living in 1994. You know, like Lead Belly singing, I got a yellow gal I can't keep. You know, I have that problem all the time, you know, so I can sympathize with old Huey Ledbetter there. In country and western music, you know, they have that line of country and western stamps now. Patsy Cline, Hank Williams, the Carter Family, Bob Wills.
Now that's the real country and western. Anything after 1962, I don't want to hear about it.
Johnny Cash singing, Hey Porter, okay. But that's where I draw the line. After that, forget it. Because as far as I'm concerned, country and western is a soap opera for drunks. You know, every single country and western song is something like, drunk, fired, broke, single white American, that's all that I have to my name is my name. So, I don't have much use for it. And classical music. Have you ever met anybody who listens to classical music that you couldn't take in a fair fight? Even you ladies. Inbred Brits with horsey teeth, wearing tweed, smoking pipes with that awful rum and banana mixture, listening to this squealingly dumb music from the 17th century. Get a life, you losers! Go run on a hamster wheel! Anything! Just don't inflict your fugues on me 1 minute more, because if you play a fugue for me, it'll be your funeral, because I'll give you a fungus. Now that doesn't exempt your beloved rock and roll from this catalog of hatred. Far from it. Because when you think about it, why did the Berlin Wall really fall? It was because of Pink Floyd and their double record smash platinum hit The Wall, of course. Why, if they didn't have that, then the Berliners wouldn't have had it in their heads to like break the thing down brick by brick. Because rock and roll is capitalism in 1-4-5. Consume, 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 fornicate, fornicate, die to die, 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 die. By the way, that's also Buddy Holly's Not Fade Away, also on a postage stamp. You know that rock and roll's kind of déclassé when it gets its own postage stamp, you know what I mean? Well, inventor of artificial sweetener and pioneers of rock and roll, you know, both on sale at the post office, 29 cents. Yeah, rock and roll is for junkies, drunks, and murderers. And that's just G.G. Allen I'm talking about, you know, I mean, rest his soul. You ever notice, you guys, in the rock and roll business that you can jazz up any boring song at all by shouting the word hey? You know? It's like the Yardbirds over, under, sideways, down. Boring, pointless, guitar solo. Hey! You know, the Red Robin goes bob, 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 and along. Hey! Along. Anything at all, you can just jazz it up. So keep this in mind. Hey, was Jim Morrison an Irishman? Hey! Because, you know, if he was, I think maybe he should have done Irish music and he would have lived to be about 90 years old like the Clancy brothers, you know? You can see him up there with his big Irish hit. Oh, the time to hesitate is through no time to wallow in the mire. And if you're not careful, I will light your head on fire. Oh, it's over the hill to the poorhouse, over the hill and far away. And if you're not careful, I will light your head ablaze. Oh. Hey, you know, I think they should combine the Beverly Hillbillies with Night of the Living Dead. And they could have the Cramps do the soundtrack. And it would be something like, now this is the story of a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer.
Now he's one of the living dead! Ooh, ee, ah, ah!
I'd like to see that, but the idea has been copyrighted by me, in case they have any ideas. When I was in high school, not that you care, I mean,
What was that, the Pleistocene era?
when I was in high school, Half the kids in our high school were Soul Brothers and the other half were Greasers. The Soul Brothers wanted to hear War by Edwin Starr. The Greasers wanted to hear Blue Velvet by Bobby Vinton. So every lunchtime it was like, 1, 2, she wore, what is it good for? Blue Velvet, absolutely nothing. Wah, wah, wah. No wonder I wear a dress and prance around it. Nightclubs located above the penalty box. God, you know, this could be the setting for like a post-World War II movie shot in Germany by Fassbinder or something. And, you know, subways and people lurking in doorways and people having to park in loading zones, and they come back and all 4 wheels of their car are gone, and a note. No radio? Get one. So I don't know. Oh, okay. Again, being the consummately skilled stage performer that I am, veteran of over 250 such performances, I know when your interest is waning, flagging, and so I will liven it up by auctioning off every single record in my album collection. Jim Croce, I got a name. Do I hear $2? $1? 50 cents? 25 cents? I ain't gonna sell it for less than 25 cents now. I ain't gonna do it. 10 cents, 5 cents, a penny? I got a name. And the name is Death, I guess. Don't know. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. How's about BWFH? Boring, whiny, fat hippies. $5? $3? Negative $3. I'll pay you. Step right up. No? Limited time offer. Forget it. Here's a 4-way street for you. Die, 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 and lest we forget, die. AC/DC. I'll give this away to anybody who wants it. No? AC/DC. From a land, Australia, where people bugger dingoes and they manufacture lousy beer. What better conditions for rock and roll, huh? Well, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna keep it. Bobby Vinton's Greatest Hits of Love. How's about The Wrong Heroes? Smash Hits of Hatred. Bobby. Steve Miller Band. Greatest Hits. Well, fly like an eagle on out of here, Steve. An Evening with John Denver. Ah, you got it, I know. Well, I don't have a lighter or else I would burn it. I promised not to spill any fluids on the stage tonight, and so I can't bleed all over it. An Evening with John Denver, featuring hits like I'm Boring, I'm Stupid, I'm Pointless, I'm Redundant, Pull the Life Support Off of Me, and I Hoard Gasoline at the height of an oil crisis. Die, die, die. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits. Come on. Doesn't that make you just a little bit horny? What do we got here? You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're the one that I hate. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Helen Reddy. Long, hard climb. It'll be an even harder, longer climb for you if you come around here, because I hate you. Well, so much for that. Don't get me wrong, you know, I'm a lovable guy at heart. I like dogs. I like music. I like children. I had a job writing children's books. But I got fired for using the word poop. And they rejected my masterpiece, Winnie the Shit. You ever see that thing with pound for pound, prunes have more vitamins than other fruits. You know, if I had my own transmitter, I think I'd break in on that little nutritional dialogue and say something like,
Idiot! Pound for pound, dried vitamins have more vitamins than other vitamins.
get with it. Well, hi, how are you? Hey there, little lady. Good to see you. Hey, I like the Van Dyke. Excellent. You know, they say an apple cleans your teeth. Well, so does a hand grenade. And I brought one. They say a carrot improves your vision at night. Well, so does a hand grenade. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I need to know one thing. What keeps the policeman away? Because you know, I hear that Dr. Kevorkian's going on tour with the Grateful Dead.
Oh, man.
He's going to do a solo on Please Don't Ease Me In and the showstopper, A Touch of Grey. So, whoa, I was making out like a bandit. I was on my way to that one. I wanted to see that, you know, because like Bob Dylan performed with the Grateful Dead, and like he was one of the living dead himself on that particular occasion. But anyway, I sped out to see Dr. Kevorkian, and I got stopped by a policeman, and he said, "You were doing 70. Why is that?" And I played a little game with him. It's a nice little game that I like to play. It's called Nice Victim, Mean Victim. And it goes something like this. Top of the morning to you, officer. Sure, and what's a police captain like you doing a pounding the beat?
I was pretending the accelerator was a policeman's head because I was sucking on a cube of LSD, and I wanted to get home before I melted.
Officer Coffee and Donuts sitting and picking your ass at 4 in the morning at a Dunkin' Donuts. Sir? And he said, okay, we'll let it go this time. See it doesn't happen again. Well, I'm proud of you. You sat through the entire set, didn't throw shit. That's good. I can see that I'm moving up in life. I guess next I'll be doing the Black Hole of Calcutta, you know? Water! Quit heckling! I think I will permit you all to become members of the Wrong Heroes Club. You only have to follow the 3 rules. Number 1, you must be neat and filthy. Rule number 2, you must be angry but polite. Sort of like Mr. Mooney on the Lucy Show.
Mrs. Carmichael!
And most of all,
Hi. What's happening?
you must be kind to animals
Fucked up tonight, big time.
and then eat them.
The Dan I was playing with, right?
Yep.
The guy
Hey,
got
man. Like,
today.
wow, I got my own life here to
Ah, he
lead,
was
so
with-
I'm
with
just
the
gonna
other
like,
guy.
hey, it's Schmooze with the sound man. Let's get as close to the camera as we can now. Hey, you know, my life is infinitely interesting. I think it's even more interesting than what's going on up there on stage. I'm just gonna say with my body language that
The only thing
I
is
don't care. I don't give a shit about anything. Yeah, well, hey, well, let me know I'm in the depths, you know, in the dungeon.
There's gonna be 3 pieces right now.
Guitar-based drum. How do you sing?
Well, right about now I can
I
say
just spoke to the day
that you and you and you
There's 3, then there's you.
and you
See if we can do that.
And especially you!
yes you I mean you over there you in the long black coat you are beginning to annoy me.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But accept my apology, please.
Well, I accept your apology in the spirit in which it was given.
And if you had asked, I'm enjoying your show very much.
Well, thank you.
Who does your outfit?
Well, let's see. I forget. But the red star I stole from Chairman Mao's cap.
All right.
You make me nervous. You want to know why?
Yes.
Because you're evil!
Thank you.
Evil!